Most people begin the new year with the determination to introduce positive change in their lives. However, the best of intentions don't last very long sometimes. So if you are one of those people, fret not. Today we are going to share with you strategies that can help you get back on track. Life Matters begins right here, right now. So Jay, people begin the year with lots of really good goals, but as time goes by, they tend to become a little bit more relaxed.
That's right.
And then pretty soon, they are unable to continue with that.
That's right.
What do people need to do to continue and to remain on track?
Absolutely. First and foremost, Molly, I would say to our viewers, the goals that you set need to be something that's meaningful to you. Because in the 5 equities, physical, health, financial, spiritual, emotional, all of those is good. But the specific goal has to have meaning to you so that you can follow it.
All right, so what I'm hearing you say is that
Yes.
the goal that people set has to be something meaningful.
To them.
There has to be some meaning attached to it.
That's right.
Only then will people be able to stay
Exactly.
the course.
Don't do it because your friend is doing it. Do it because that's important to you. I'm talking about the financial, for example. Just you be the captain of your own ship.
Right, because a lot of people are always thinking about what their neighbor is doing or what their friends are doing and what somebody in their family might be doing as well, right? So in other words, be yourself.
Be yourself.
Yes, and do something that's important to you.
That's right.
Okay, so that's strategy number 1.
Yes. Number 2, you must realize you are never stuck. These are simply speed bumps along the way.
That's a good perspective.
That's right.
Right, because sometimes when I know I've had a couple of times when I wanted to do a weight loss program, I would just go a certain way, and then when I didn't see the results, it would just not motivate me.
That's right.
And then I would just stop.
What happens is stopping is one, but people feel or become negative. So what happens is they withdraw. And they just drop it. Rather than going to the gym for, say, 30 minutes, they just stop going altogether. So the key is that you are the captain of your ship. Don't let it get to you. Get back on track.
All right. So what I'm hearing you say is that have realistic goals also.
Have realistic goals.
Right? So if you have, for example, let's say you have 100 pounds, this is just an example.
Sure.
100 pounds to lose, right? Don't say it's going to be done in the next 2 months.
Yes.
Because it's not possible, and you shouldn't even be losing that much weight in 2 months.
Realistic is one part, but that ties in, if I may, to my next point, which is to be honest in your commitment.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yes. You see, you can never underestimate the potential that you have of somebody being self-disciplined, in your goals. Now, you also have to be honest in the challenges that you face to achieve that goal. So know what that is. The task that you need to do has to be realistic. And what you have to do is, there are 2 words here. You have to use determination and self-discipline in taking this forward.
Okay.
These are 2 very important characteristics of all mankind, shall we say. I should say mankind, but I'll leave it at that.
No, we understand.
To all of you, to all of us.
Mankind includes
Exactly, exactly. The next point that I wanted to bring up is be your own constructive critique.
That's really important.
Very.
Right? Because many times people fail to look at themselves objectively.
That's right.
And critique themselves.
That's right.
Right? But do it in a way that's constructive.
That's right.
Right? Because
right.
sometimes people can be just way too hard on themselves. That's also not very good.
And what to be honest about is look at your shortcomings and your strengths. Introspection, self-evaluation can be very helpful in this. See, it's difficult to maximize your strengths and overcome your weaknesses if you're not sure what they are. So you got to know what they are. So the takeaway is this. In 2018, take the time every now and then, take a step back and reflect. Evaluate yourself, your actions, your performance, then use that information and glean it, and most importantly, stop battering yourself up about what you didn't do.
How about celebrating what you were able to do?
Exactly.
Right?
I like
Celebrate
that. I love
what
that.
you were able to do rather than focusing on what you were not able to do.
That's right.
Because whatever you focus on grows.
That's right.
So
That's
if you
right.
just focus on the negative, well, guess what's growing?
The negative.
The negative.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So celebrate
Right.
the small things that you've been able to accomplish and then build on that. Right? Next time you'll be able to do a little bit more.
Absolutely, absolutely. And now I have certain strategies, if I may, that are my next points, how we can actually overcome this. You see, learn to say no and delegate. This is very important. Learn to say no.
Many people have a really hard time doing that.
Yes, they do. So you really have to look at that and say, go back to your goals and ask yourself, is this something that I absolutely need to do? And will it take away from me achieving the main goal? And if it does, just say, take time. Don't just instantly and say no. Don't be abrupt about it. Take your time and then go back and thank the person and say, I'm really honored that you thought about me for this committee, for example. However, at this time, it doesn't fit. It'd be too much for me and I can't give it justice. And thank them and walk away.
Yeah. So in other words, we can say no and be polite, right? And not offend people. Most of the time, people don't want to say no because they don't want to offend anyone.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So it's okay, I guess, to say no.
Yes.
Because if that does not fit into your goals, it's going to take away from the time that you have for the things that you need to do, right? These are time wasters.
Absolutely.
Right? So,
Absolutely.
and if your heart is not in it anyway, you're not going to enjoy doing it.
That's right. And my next point is, along with saying no, if you do have to take, sometimes we don't have a choice, can you delegate that out? Can you either hire somebody or have somebody...
Or maybe recommend someone
else. Somebody out. Yeah, exactly. Delegate the task out. So it's taken care of by somebody else.
Very important. So you can do what you need to do to honor the commitment you have made to yourself.
Exactly. My last point before I give my takeaway is declutter and simplify your life.
Very important, because when there is a lot of clutter, it is a reflection of your mind. So as you're organizing your thoughts and your mind, it's best also to organize your closet, your bedroom, your coat closet, or your car, so that the clutter is removed.
That's right.
And it does not distract you.
That's right. And finally, if you have gotten off your goals, it's not too late. Remember, the year just began.
Yes, it just began. It's only February.
Exactly. Look at your goals as a marathon, not a race.
I think this is where most people fail.
That's right.
Because they look at it as a sprint, something that has to be done tomorrow.
That's right.
Right? So to speak, figuratively.
That's right.
But this is a lifestyle change, right? You're incorporating these changes into your life so they become part of your everyday living.
Absolutely.
And so the best way to look at it is to look at it as a marathon.
Exactly. In closing, identify the impediments to your goals. Be brutally honest with yourself. Make yourself accountable to others. Adopt an attitude of humility and keep going, because all of us, including Molly and me and all of us here in our studio, we are rooting for you to make 2018 the best year ever for you.
All
Right,
right.
Molly?
So absolutely. So if you'd like to let us know what your goals are and how we can support you in those goals, contact us on the social media. You can contact us on Facebook and Twitter. We look forward to hearing from you. We have lots more for you. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for being here, Jay.
Thank you, Molly.
All right.
All right.